This week, we are closing out the book of Numbers as we read chapters 34 through 36. We begin by learning about the boundaries of Canaan. God assigned the tribes their inheritance and set their boundaries, but he used human leaders to do it. What a privilege it was to help people claim their inheritance from God. Some land fronted on wilderness, and other portions faced the great sea. Some tribes had mountains in their territories. Like Canaan, the Christian life is a land of hills and valleys, and our God is a God of both the hills and the valleys, the good times and the bad. He knows what is best for us, and he is always with us. Pictured on the blog post is a map of the territories. The fact that the Levites were servants of God did not make them any less citizens of the land. They needed places to live and care for their families when they were not ministering at the tabernacle. The tribe's provisions of 48 cities for them was done in a fair way, with 6 of them designated as cities of refuge. All of this is written about in chapter 35. Today, Jesus Christ is our high priest, and he is our city of refuge. Through him, we have eternal life. The book of Numbers covers 39 years and closes with the Israelites poised near the banks of the Jordan River with the promised land in sight. The wanderings in the desert have come to an end, and the people are preparing for their next big move, the conquest of the land. Jane mentions in her devotion for the final chapter on Wednesday that the Apostle Paul says that the events described in Numbers are examples that warn us and help us avoid the Israelites' mistakes, and they were written by him in 1 Corinthians 10, 1 through 13. I have included this reading for our next day test and devotion. We have learned by reading the book of Numbers that we should not long for the sinful pleasures of the past. We should avoid complaining and stay away from ill forms of compromise. If we choose to let God lead our lives, we should not ignore this message that was written in the book of Numbers. The devotions this week are written by Jane, and after reading this week's readings, you will have completed another book of the Bible. What book will we go to next? You will have to check in and see, because Biblical Shakers makes reading the Bible way more enjoyable for you. And I pray that the Lord will put a hunger on your heart.